Hi, Mom. She moved out this morning. Yeah, right. No, I didn't get it. Why? Because they gave it to Mick. That's why. Don't feed me that BS, Mom. Yeah, well, you're not. Okay, fine. Talk to you later. Ow! God damn it! Fuck all you backstab meatheads and you idiotous little bitches! Fuck this sick, horrid, godless world!
Excuse me? First you're asking me to damn some unspecified it, and then you're saying I don't exist?
Where are you?
All around you, Greg.
McDub, if that's you, I swear.
It's God, Greg.
No, it isn't.
Well, who else do you think it is? Who else do you think I could be?
Richard?
Wrong.
Adam?
Oh, please.
I don't know who you are.
I'm God.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
You're not God. God does not exist.
How then am I speaking to you now?
You're not. You're just some schmuck with a voice modulator and a loudspeaker.
Then where am I?
Don't know, don't care.
So how can you prove I'm not God if you can't find where I am?
Where you are doesn't matter since there is no God.
I think someone's just a bit bitter and cynical over recent discouraging events.
I think someone should shut up and go fuck a walrus.
Must you be so vile towards my creatures?
You don't own a walrus.
I created all life, so every creature is my own, including you.
I'm not yours or anybody else's.
You're one of my creations, so I consider you my own, like a parent would.
Hey, I got a mom and dad, thank you very much, and they don't go and hide around in neighborhoods and pretend to be God.
I'm not pretending.
Yes, you are.
Just because you do not believe in something, it doesn't mean that it isn't there.
Okay, first off, you stole that line from the movie Small Soldiers. Second, I don't believe for good reasons. You see these books on the ground? They're full of useful information that says God is just a lie people have been telling themselves for ages, and that everything they attribute to his awesome might is actually just caused by forces of nature and chemicals and other scientific phenomena.
Tell me, Greg, why do you think people would believe in something so strongly for thousands of years if it wasn't true? If there was no good reason for it?
Oh, there is a good reason why people believe in God. Fear.
Fear?
People are afraid of everything. Murder, rape, animals, nature, the unknown. As long as they think God is watching over them, they feel safer, even when they're not. They believe in God because they're afraid of death, and the idea of there being a God in heaven makes them think that there's something wonderful waiting for them after they die.
And what's wrong with any of that? I, of course, want to ease the fears of all people, so they can live normal, happy lives.
No, you don't, because you're not God. As for what's wrong with it, it causes ignorance and harm.
It harms people to believe they're safe.
Of course. All of these people who think God's protecting them are going to do stupid, dangerous things that they shouldn't, and are going to get themselves hurt or killed while doing it. Christian scientists refuse to go to doctors or to use medicine for themselves and their children because of their beliefs, meaning their children, who can't even understand the concept of God, will die of disease because of their parents' stupid beliefs.
That isn't right.
And as I was going to say, God just doesn't ease fear, he creates it too.
Of course, I have to instill some fear in people to create a lawful and ordered world. Do you have any idea what kinds of horrible things people would do if they didn't think there was a punishment for it? A hell to be sent to?
Hey, I agree. It's a great idea in theory, but it doesn't work. Instead of keeping people from stealing and killing, belief in God has led them to murder, torture, and steal.
Yes, I know. Crusades.
Damn right, the Crusades, but let's also not forget the St. Bartholomew's Day Massacre, the Holocaust, and every other person murdered because they didn't share the same belief as the murderers.
I agree. Tragedies such as those do make a belief in me difficult.
It gets worse since... Hold on. Hello? Hey, Bill. Get me number 5 with fries. What? They don't sell the number 5 anymore? That was their best burger. That sucks. No, never mind. I lost my appetite. Later.
They stopped serving the avocado and egg burger 2 weeks ago.
Well, gee. Thanks for telling me now. Prick. Now, where was I? Oh, yeah. Since in modern times, belief in God now leads people to hate and kill themselves as well as others. Whenever believers realize that they're doing something natural that the Bible or its interpreters think is wrong, like jacking off, it fucks up their heads. Every homosexual person who is religious lives their lives in conflict, being told to hate who they are because of their beliefs, and facing hate from others because they share those beliefs.
It is regrettable that such things happen. I, unfortunately, cannot change how those who preach my words interpret them.
You mean God can't change how screwed up religious right freaks read a book written thousands of years ago by some unknown guys who still thought the world was flat and that leeching helped?
Well...
Shit, I have to get going.
Wait, we have not yet finished our discussion.
Look, dude, I don't have time to prove to you there is no God. I am hungry and have homework to do.
In your current state of mind, you'll be too distracted and upset to study. And you can wait a bit longer to eat.
Fine.
Good. Now, as I was about to say, you cannot judge my words solely based on those who wrote them down.
Oh, we're just supposed to believe everything written down 1,000 years ago, despite how ridiculous and fantastic it seems now?
No.
I think it's perfectly acceptable to study the Bible in regards to the biases, prejudices, and ignorance of those who wrote it. I mean, how else can we understand what's written in it in its full context?
You have no right to call the Bible's writers ignorant.
They thought they saw a guy part an ocean, they believed frogs fell from the sky, and that in an instant an entire city was destroyed by God. None of these things can happen. There are either natural explanations for them, such as earthquakes, or they just made it up.
Have you ever considered they really were miracles?
Hell no!
God creates miracles every day.
Like what?
Every human birth.
You've got to be fucking kidding me, right? Oh yes, every little stinky baby is all just a wonderful miracle from God. It has nothing to do with eggs and sperm and gametes. It's just all the magic of God.
Silence!
Silence yourself! Don't be feeding me that crap about babies and life being a miracle, because it sure as hell ain't!
How do you think the first life started on this planet?
Probably some strange chemical reaction that fused the first strands of DNA. And frankly, even if God did make human life, the real miracle is in how he screwed so much of it up!
Excuse me?
Look at all the crap in this world. All the hatred and persecution, the war and diseases, the defects and the depression, all the tyrants, lying politicians, racists, fundamentalists, crackheads, rapists, greedy corporation owners, reality TV stars, really bad filmmakers! Oh, you get my point.
God gave humans free will. What they do with it is of their own volition.
God supposedly made man in his own image. What kind of sick image does he have?
You cannot judge the negative actions of some as an example of failure for an entire race. For every bad human there is and has been, there have been thousands of good ones.
Then how is it that the bad ones make the greatest impacts, hold the most power, and infect every aspect of our lives?
That is just the way it is.
That's not a good enough answer!
You must accept things.
No, I will not accept things for how they are.
God said that...
There is no God! How can you tell me there's a God while the hatreds, violence, and suffering in the world?
Well...
How can you prove there's a God, some big invisible force that has just always been here, yet no one can prove he exists?
By,
How do you know there's a God with all the scientific evidence that contradicts most of what's in the Bible? With all the other religions and all the other different gods that people believe in over time, what gives you the right to say that your one God is the one true one?
I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe I don't exist.
Ah, thank you. President of the debate club wins again.
Maybe I really don't exist. Don't exist. Don't exist. Don't exist.
Don't you know I'm the reason you belong here? Don't you know that my truth will set you free? Everything you want, everything you need will all belong to you, and you belong to me. 'Cause I'm everything you want, everything you dream, everything you'll need is all inside of me.
Hey, wait a minute. Punk ass.
The souls of man, all heaven sent, and I contend I'm innocent of honesty. I shall repent and put some sinners on the cross to pay your rent. And when you're feeling insecure, start suffering and all will be assured. I'm giving you my word. 'Cause Jesus and me drive our SUVs around Orange County. He's on my soccer team, he likes to keep it clean, my friend. So just take my word for it and put some oil into your machines, and I will build a guillotine. It's a raining terror in the streets without sympathy. I had a friend and he lost his mind, and that is it. And I predict a gathering of idiots, and I'll collapse with pride, and I'll sell your storyline about the cancer